Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at one of the worst enemies to your car's finish or truck, and that is trees. Well, sort of. Not actually the trees, but the sap that they can leave behind. Now this is pine sap, but what I'm about to show you is going to work for all kinds of tree sap, and it's pretty simple. You only need two things, maybe three, including the step stool if you have a tall vehicle. So I am going to show you how to get this stuff off your car's finish, off your paint. Now, you may have tried some over-the-counter stuff. You may have tried some stuff you can buy at the department stores or the auto parts stores. Some of it's like a bug and tar remover. That stuff's fine, but sometimes it's not strong enough to do the job. And that's where what I'm about to show you comes in. So keep watching, and we'll get right to it. Okay, I have got a lot of trees, and if you live under a lot of trees or you park under a lot of trees like I do, you can see I've got some pretty big pine trees here. Several times a year those create a pretty big problem. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at my finish. So you can definitely see it on the window here. Hey everybody. That's pretty easy to spot, that sap. But if you get up here onto the actual paint finish, see this stuff right here, and right here it looks a little bit yellow, it's really gummy, and it is just all over the surface, right? All over the paint. So here's how we're gonna take care of that, guys. Now, first, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, you're gonna wanna test this in an inconspicuous area. Inconspicuous means don't try it in the middle of your car's hood, okay? Try it in an inconspicuous area, like underneath the wheel well, somewhere that you're not going to see, somewhere that's not obvious, because there is always the chance that you could do a little bit of damage to your paint. Probably not with what I'm about to show you, but of course, proceed at your own risk. All right, that said, you're gonna need two things. The first thing you're gonna need is what we call rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. You can get this in the pharmacy department at your department store. You can get it at a local walk-in pharmacy. It's just over-the-counter regular stuff. What I've got here is 50%, okay? But honestly, you can go up a little bit stronger than that. The stronger it gets, it's gonna act a little bit more aggressively. But you need to keep in mind when you do what I'm about to suggest to you is you need to be ready to immediately wash the vehicle with car wash detergent, because this is going to strip any wax and anything else that you've got sitting on top of that paint off immediately. So as soon as we get this thing on the surface, and as soon as we get that sap removed, you're gonna wanna wash that off. Wash it off right away, okay? The other thing you're gonna need is just a good cloth. You're gonna ruin this cloth, so don't use anything that you care about, but we're gonna need it to put the alcohol on. That's it. And if you're trying to get to a horizontal surface like I am and it's up high, you might need some sort of step stool or ladder. That of course is optional. So let's take a look at how this works. All right guys, let's go up to the roof and take a look at what I'm talking about. Now, if you can see this, and I want to show you what I've got here, I've got a couple spots that I'm going to work on right here. So what I'm going to do, one-handed no less, is I'm going to pour some of my rubbing alcohol directly on my rag. I'm going to use a pretty good amount, and I'm just going to work it in, all right? And it's going to gum up. It's going to almost be like like syrup, or maybe even kind of the consistency of some gum that you're trying to scrape off. And I'm not really pushing hard. I'm just lightly moving in a circular motion. You do want to make sure the cloth that you're using is clean, because if it has any debris on it, it could scratch the paint. So make sure that you've got a good clean cloth to work with. But you can see there, as I continue to work this, it's coming off, all right? And there it is, it's gone. Now, in addition to getting that thing off, we've got a nice, good, clean smelling pine scent aroma to help us work. So this is pine sap. It has a pretty pleasant smell. Anyway, let's do this one more time, and I'll show you one more time. We're gonna do it this time on a vertical surface on the side of the vehicle, all right? Now, here we've gotten, this is in a little bit of shade, but we've got a couple spots right here. It's still pretty sticky. I'm gonna find a clean area of my rag, because I don't want to rub that sticky goo back into the surface here that's already on my rag. All right, so here we go. And you can see that one is almost all the way off. I'm going to hit it just a little bit more with a clean spot. And there we go. Now I've got a lot of these, so it's going to take me a little while. And I'm certainly not going to make you guys watch me do this, but I just want to prove to you one more time, this pine sap is pretty aggressive stuff. And there we go. Pulled it right off. Good as new. All right, guys, so that's it. It's pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of force. It works pretty well. Couple things in closing to remember. I chose to pour the alcohol directly on the rag. You can pour it on the surface, but it tends to run and spread, and you're going to get it in a bigger area than you probably need to. And remember, that stuff pulls the wax off. So also remember that you want to not only wash this thing when you're done, but give it a fresh coat of wax, okay? Put back on that protectant that you just stripped off with this. And by the way, don't throw this in the washing machine. It's done. If you do that, you're gonna add a bunch of sticky goo to the inside of your washing machine. It's not worth it. Toss your rag. So, thanks for watching, everybody. If this video was at all helpful to you, please remember to give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, hit that subscribe button. We live and die by your subscriptions. Also, check out our podcast. It's pretty great, if I do say so myself. You can find that information on our website at partscounterguru.com. Just click on the podcast links tab, and you'll be on your way to checking out our podcast. Once again, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time. Guys, one more thing, almost forgot. Help me get more viewers on a single video than Jay. All you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button. He'll never know. This is late in the video anyway. He probably stopped watching like 2 minutes ago. But we got a little contest. Help me win. Thank you guys so much for that. Again, it'll be just between us. Thanks, everybody.